and Figueroa. But this all started with LAPD officers from the Hollywood division. They were chasing an assault with a deadly weapon suspect. The chase lasted for about 20 minutes and, of course, ended when that suspect crashed into that building. He was able to climb out of the vehicle. He gave himself up, and we actually just saw him wheeled away and put into the back of a rescue ambulance. So it does appear that he sustained some injuries. It doesn't appear that anyone else was injured, and Building and Safety will have to come out to make sure that the building is safe for the residents to stay here. That is the latest here from South LA and News Chopper 4. I'm Eliana Marino. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Eliana. Well, this was another day of record-breaking heat, and we're just getting started. Southern California looking at even warmer temperatures tomorrow through Friday. Good evening, everyone. I'm Carolyn Johnson. Several cities broke their own record for the entire month of March today, and they could set new ones each day the rest of this week. Meteorologist David Bigger is here tracking those highs for us. David.
Yeah, it's a crazy thought, Carolyn, that we're talking about here. The all-time hottest March temperatures were set today in several cities, and we still have more heat coming our way later on this week where we could break that record that we just set today. So we're going to take you through a whole bunch of records for the region. I want you to notice any of the numbers with the star next to it. That's an indication that it broke the March record today as well. So Woodland Hills, 101 today. That's the hottest March day for Woodland Hills. Riverside, 101. We got to 100 in Santa Ana as well as Anaheim. Both Santa Ana and Anaheim also set their all-time March records today. Long Beach did as well. Same with Burbank. Both spots at 99 degrees. Downtown LA, we got within a degree of our record for March. We did break the daily record of 94 degrees. Camarillo got to 97 degrees, breaking the record of 86 from 2019. Oxnard got to 96 degrees. That's an all-time record as well. UCLA, 94 degrees today. LAX, 92. And even Palmdale broke its all-time March record at 90 degrees today. So as we go into the next couple of days, the heat is going to continue. We do have the heat alerts up through 8 p.m. on Friday. Moderate to now very high risk of heat-related illnesses across the region. And you can see part of the reason why. Look at the overnight temperatures that we're dealing with currently. It's still cooling off, but mid-60s in Van Nuys, upper 70s, right, or mid-70s, I should say, for Van Nuys, upper 70s around Ontario. It's going to take a while before we finally cool off. I'll have more on the heat for tomorrow. Back over to you.
All right, we'll see you again soon, David. The extreme heat didn't put a damper on St. Patrick's Day parties. NBC4's Darsha Phillips live in Santa Monica for us with the celebrations there. Darsha.
Yeah, Carolyn, people in the past have told me that they needed to bundle up on St. Patrick's Day when they wanted to come out and celebrate, but not today. They said this heat wave had them looking for ways to stay cool.
St. Patrick's Day revelers headed to the Santa Monica coast to celebrate and to beat the heat.
It was so hot during the day that it actually feels nice now that it's cooled down a little bit.
Many people waited until sunset and drove from the valley to escape the summer-like temperatures.
Without the sun, that really, I think that's the worst part of it. It's like that bright sun, like beaming down on you. But yeah, tonight, no sun, you know, it's chill, near the beach, near the water. Perfect. It's like the perfect medium.
It's like 10-degree difference. Yeah, it's a huge difference. Yeah. We felt it even like with the windows down in the car on the way over. You could feel the temperature drop, and it was much needed.
But the scorching weather didn't keep people from starting their celebrations early while the sun was still out. At Tom Bergen's, the St. Patty's party was packed. The sizzling temps giving people a good excuse to reach for a cool drink.
It's never too hot for a Guinness, no way.
Or a hot sandwich at Langer's Deli.
St. Patrick's, you got to have this kind of beautiful traditional food. It's so good.
Back on Main Street in Santa Monica, the party still going on. Many saying it's a good way to blow off some steam before more hot weather arrives this week.
I know we haven't even hit the heat wave. Like, this is crazy, but it's nice now. Yeah. It's nice now. Yeah. Taking advantage of the moment for sure.
And Carolyn, a lot of the folks reminding us that the homes and apartments here in Santa Monica don't have central air. Many of them don't have that central air conditioning. So this extreme heat has been exceptionally brutal for them. Reporting live tonight from Santa Monica, I'm Darsha Phillips, NBC4 News.
Yeah, and little relief at night, Darsha. Thank you. If you haven't already, download the NBCLA app. You'll get weather alerts, a list of cooling centers, and other tips to help you through this heat wave. One person was killed tonight in a house fire in Orange County. It happened on Apache Road in Westminster. Firefighters got the call around 7:20. They arrived to find the home engulfed in flames. We're told crews immediately started searching for someone trapped inside, but they were ultimately found deceased. An elderly woman was taken to the hospital for burns and smoke inhalation. A man's death is under investigation tonight in the Pacific Palisades. News Chopper 4 flew over Palisades Circle. That's where the man's body was found in the street this afternoon, and police believe he was killed in a hit-and-run crash. We don't yet know the name of the victim, nor do we have any details on the driver who apparently left the scene. And now to the war in the Middle East, as President Trump is forging ahead with attacks on Iran. The president says he doesn't need NATO after all, after those allies passed on helping to protect the Strait of Hormuz. Robert Kovacic is here now with the latest coming in tonight. Robert.
Carolyn, things are not getting any better. In fact, tensions are rising in the Middle East at this hour after a deadly strike in central Israel. This is Ramat Gan about an hour ago. That is a city near Tel Aviv where two people, a man and a woman, were killed this Wednesday morning after a neighborhood was hit by an Iranian missile. And the Israeli military said it has detected multiple missiles launching from Iran toward Israel. This all comes as President Trump's decision to enter the conflict with Iran is facing more intense scrutiny. President Trump stating today the strikes that began more than 2 weeks ago are necessary to keep Americans safe.
Iran was a threat. Every country realized what a threat Iran was. The question is whether or not they wanted to do something about it.
But now the former chief tasked with counterterrorism efforts disputes that. In a social media post announcing his resignation, Joe Kent says Iran posed no imminent threat to our nation and claims the president was drawn into war by Israel. Trump says he's glad Kent is stepping down.
When somebody is working with us that says they didn't think Iran was a threat, we don't want those people.
The new questions surrounding the start of the war come as the president has reportedly avoided negotiating an end. 6 people with knowledge of the plans tell NBC News President Trump is presented regularly with options to end the war, but so far has not acted. Democrats, including San Bernardino County Representative Pete Aguilar, say the administration is bracing for an open-ended conflict.
It seems like they're always a few hours away from hanging the next mission accomplished sign around here, and we continue to suffer, and now we're going to be stuck with the bill.
As the war continues without a clear end in sight, Israel announcing strikes killed Iran's top security official Ali Larijani. Iran not immediately confirming the claims and still fighting back. Cluster bombs at Israel and Baghdad. The U.S. Embassy compound took a hit, no injuries or serious damage. Many Americans hoping a swift end to the war will bring down soaring gas prices. The president says the pain at the pump is worth long-term stability in the Middle East.
As soon as that war is over, which will be soon, your prices are going to drop like a rock.
Since the beginning of the war, gas prices have climbed 80 cents a gallon. And as you take a look right here at the average price of a gallon of gas in Southern California, they're still climbing. Actually, the price of gas in our state has gone up now for the last 27 days in a row. I'm Robert Kovacic. Carolyn?
All right, Robert, thank you. New at 11, some in Monrovia are mourning tonight after a mother bear was euthanized after taking a swipe at a woman over the weekend. Wildlife officials say DNA test results came back confirming this was the bear's second attack in the area, deeming her to be a threat. NBC4's Tracy Leong spoke with neighbors who say they wish more could have been done to keep the bear with her cubs. Tracy.
Yeah, Carolyn, people here started an online petition to try and save the mama bear. They say they're heartbroken because they watched her grow up in their neighborhood, but wildlife officials say the decision to euthanize her was because of public safety.
Video shared with NBC4 shows the mama bear in the backyard of a Monrovia home on Oaklade Drive. She had been living underneath the home with her 2 cubs for weeks and was well known in the neighborhood as Blondie.
I've watched her grown up. I've watched her roam around the neighborhood. I've watched her swim in my pool year over year. She was definitely one that we knew just by looking at her.
The bear was tranquilized and captured on Sunday. On Tuesday, DNA results confirmed she was involved in 2 separate attacks in Monrovia, most recently scratching a woman walking her dog on Saturday, and another incident in June of 2025 where she approached an elderly man on his porch and clawed at him.
This is not the first time that this bear has had this kind of an interaction with a human, so that makes it more concerning. It lends itself to more of a pattern of behavior rather than a one-off.
The California Department of Fish and Wildlife says she was humanely euthanized Tuesday because she was categorized as a public safety bear, a decision they say was a last resort.
It's not something that we want to do. Public safety is first and foremost of importance to us. When it was determined that in all likelihood, there was going to be more human-wildlife conflict with this bear and potentially more injuries to people or worse than what's happened already. That's when this determination had to be made.
On Sunday, the cubs were also removed from the home. Neighbors believe she was just trying to protect her babies and felt more should have been done to keep the family together.
I'm angry. I wish there was something else